let's try a different approach to guided meditation. Instead of me speaking in second and third person, I'm going to speak in first person, which means I'm going to give you my direct experience from my point of view. And with this, you then repeat that to yourself so that you are speaking to yourself. Your internal whisper is whispering to itself. And in this, there may be a higher possibility for a direct experience. In the message of Advaita Vedanta, we hear the words of that and this. I am that is a well-known verse from the sage Nisargadatta Maharaj. And yet, in these words is directing you away from yourself. Because I am is first person, and that, the word that, is second person. It's something other than you. To have a more direct experience, you would say, I am this. I am is this. This is I am. And this is being. I am is being. And this message is all about seating yourself in yourself. That's what self-realization is when you recognize your own being. When being sits itself in itself, recognizing that it needs nothing other than itself to do so. So take these words and say them to yourself in a direct experience of them. I am recognizing that it takes absolutely no effort to just sit here in stillness. Stillness is happening on its own accord. Nobody has to put effort into stillness. I do not do stillness. I do not do resting. For any doing would be the antonym of rest. I am bringing my body to my attention and immediately dropping the concept of body. I notice that my body is not aware of itself. It is I who am aware of the body. The body is insentient. It is I, the sentient one, who is aware of the body. The body does not refer to itself as I. It is I, myself, the sentient one, that refers to myself as I. Any actions that are done with my body are insentient. Actions do not call themselves I. It is I who is aware of the insentient actions of these bodies. Even the stillness that I'm experiencing is insentient. The stillness is not aware of itself. It is I, the sentient one, who is aware of it. Not even stillness calls itself I. It is only the supreme being of self that knows itself and refers to itself as I. Bring your mind to your attention. A mind is insentient. A mind does not call itself I. It is I, the sentient one, that is aware of the mind, that knows the mind. Any action of the mind is insentient. The mind and its activities do not know themselves as I. It is I who knows the mind and the mind's activities. I am the sentient one. I am turning my attention to that which is sentient. There is no difference between I and sentient. It is just this, which is I, which is sentient. which is intimate. There is absolutely no difference between the knower who knows that it's sentient and sentient itself. I continue to retract my attention into the knowing of the sentientness of myself. There's only one sentientness. There's only one that knows itself as I. There are not two or more of me. There is just one knowing. It knows that it is. I am, and I know that I am. I am I. Nothing can get closer to I than I. And this is the experience of who I am. I relentlessly return my attention to this I, to my amness, and I hold it there relentlessly until the relentlessness dissolves into I am. Until all that remains is I am. I notice the peace that remains in I am. Peace is the experience of I am. I notice the silence of the sentient one, which is I am. There's absolutely no irritation within the silence. I notice the boundlessness of the absence of mind. The silence is the absence of mind. And in this absence of mind is boundless freedom. For nothing could cage this freedom, not even living in a prison cell. For freedom is not a location. It is the absolute absence of a chattering mind. I notice that I have no location. I am everywhere and nowhere simultaneously. I am dimensionless. I am not located inside or outside of the body. There is nothing that can presuppose the knowing of this locationless experience of awareness. For anything that presupposes this awareness is only more of itself awareness. I continue to just rest in being, continuing to loop my attention back into the experience of being, until it's recognized that I'm just resting in myself of being. I recognize the absence of body and the absence of mind required to just be. I recognize that this being is who I am, for I do not disappear in the absence of body and mind. In fact, I have not been purer than this. This is purity. I am purity. And I does not need a body or mind to be pure. And because I'm aware, I am pure knowledge. I am is pure knowledge, the truth. This is where true conviction is experienced. I have 100% conviction due to my direct experience at this moment that what I am is not a mind, that what I am is not a body, that what I am is only I am. I am is who I am, and I'm experiencing this directly at this very moment. This is where the intellect recognizes that it would prefer to rest in being in the absence of agitation than continue to experience itself as an apparent person in the agitation of the manifestation. This is where the great sages say that the transformation, the transfiguration from a finite, contracted person into the infinite expansion of being takes place. This resting in self is what dissolves the finite, contracted individual. In which all that remains is the infinite expanse of yourself. Spend as much time as you can in this mindless, bodiless experience. And the more time you spend here, the more the conviction will be made a truth within you that being is who you are. Namaste.